Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Martin Wenzel. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we are at Diori Hamani International Airport in Niamey, Niger. And we're going to be flying to Lomé, Togo, Ganasingbe, Ayadenema International Airport, Lomé, Togo. Sorry for butchering the name. I didn't really go and find the pronunciations for all that before. This flight is based on Air France 306, usually flown using an Airbus A330-200. I wanted to use the A330 from Project Megapack, but they've folded. Creator over there, he's decided to move on to other things. And while the A330 is still available for use, the compatibility mod that I was using with it only works with the stable version of the A320neo mod, I believe version 6.1, and it's since been updated to version 7, and so I can't really get the A330 to work nicely with the A320neo and get all those benefits right now. So we're just going to do this with the A320neo, the Airbus A320neo, FlyByWire's A320neo mod. We'll just stick with that and probably be the plane of choice for most of our flights, unless we do like a CRJ flight in the Bombardier. And we have the Air France livery created by Lucas CT. I believe this is the Mates livery. Yep, right there you got Mates. This is the new scheme for Air France as well. And we're going to be using self-loading cargo, you can see, and let's get to it. Alright, I don't know how many times I said "and" there, but here we are in the plane. Let's just make sure all the controls, they were working. There we go. Throttle works. Rudder pedals. I think the big problem with my rudder pedals is I've got too much animal fur and crap around here, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. Hopefully we don't go skidding off the runway again. Let's do a quick, well, let's start getting going on our checklist. First thing we want to check is parking brake. We're going to do this from the captain's seat. It's the easier one to do. Done so many flights from the captain's seat, and it's just the normal position we usually fly out of. We'll do it for this flight. Wipers are off. Whoa. Okay, fuel truck has come over here. We're going to do the fuel through here, and let's just do that right now and get started. Since the fuel truck is here, we need, for this flight, about an hour, probably hour 20 minutes flight time. We're going to need 8,319 kilos. 8,319. Can take about 5 minutes real time to fuel that. Alright, so wipers, spoilers are retracted. Flaps are also retracted. Engine master switches are off. Selector is at normal. Thrust levers are idle. Flaps, that anti-skid on. Landing gear check down. And fuel quantity we are fueling currently. So let's get the batteries 1 and 2. Make sure I want co-pilot, not start communications. And we do have external power, so that's on. Let's turn on overhead panel lighting. Strobe lights set to auto. Our Deers 1, 2, 3 set to nav. A lot more reflections, it looks like in here. I think we can. Yeah, so we've been updated using the development version of the A320neo, and it's at version 0.7. About 4 in the afternoon, so we might be getting in. We'll be getting an evening landing into Lomé. To our APU engine fire test. this guy open so you can see what's happening. Do that one more time, please. See that? So engine 2, and you get all that kind of information. Alright, next we have instruments display brightness. We've done that, or we can get that as we go. Why not? Follow the checklist. You don't forget something. Why you have a checklist. The first officer's up. Well. Up down here. I just like to have all the lights. Been pretty good. Alright, seatbelt sign, no smoking sign set to auto. Emergency lights are armed. We'll turn on our nav logo lights as well. Are almost fueled. Let's get our passengers on board. Our initial cruise is going to be 24,000. I'm going to put 36,000 in for the final cruise. And all we can see we got the A320neo today. 173 passengers, but I believe we can only fit 150 something with this configuration. Start the flight. Hope it didn't switch to Royal Air Maroc, but we are Air France. Ready for boarding.
Hi, cabin crew, we're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Alright. We got passengers getting on board, and we can get our clearance.
Niamey Tower Air France 306 IFR to Lomé, ready to copy.
Air France 306 is cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 126.1 squawk 0624.
Air France 306 cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 126.1 squawk 0624.
Air France 306 read back correct. Contact ground on 119.7. Good day.
Alright, so let's get our initial data. Got our flight, our departure, Delta Romeo Romeo November to Delta X-ray X-ray X-ray. Fuel on board 8.3, so 8,300 kilos. I believe we are finished fueling. We can turn on those seatbelt signs. Estimated time 1 hour 12 minutes. Go back to our menu. We'll get the weather request late. Well, let's do the weather request right now. Okay, we can actually go to our NID page now. Flight number, our alternate airport is going to be actually the alternate. We're just coming right back here. If we can't land, just fly right back here. That's why we got quite a bit of fuel. Flight number is 306. Cost index of 5. And our cruising is going to be 360. Alright, get our flight plan.
there, we are pretty much ready to go up here. We've got the load sheets on board, so once everyone's on board, please feel free to close the doors and we can get going.
Okay, great, we're almost done.
outdoors, thank you.
Madame, monsieur, bonjour et bienvenue à bord.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen.
Ce film concerne votre sécurité. Merci de nous accorder votre attention.
For your safety and comfort, please take a moment to watch the following safety video.
Chaque fois que ce signal est allumé, nous vous prions d'attacher votre ceinture.
Whenever the seatbelt sign is on, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Nous vous recommandons de la maintenir attachée de façon visible lorsque vous êtes assis à votre siège.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible at all times while sitting.
Pour détacher votre ceinture, soulevez la partie supérieure de la boucle.
To release the seatbelt, just lift the buckle.
Pendant le roulage, le décollage et l'atterrissage, veuillez redresser votre siège, ranger le porte-gobelet, la tablette et le repose-jambes. Pensez également à ouvrir le cache de votre hublot et profitez de la vue.
During taxiing, takeoff and landing, please fold away your tray table and cup holder. Put your seat in the upright position and retract your leg rest. Please also raise your window blind and enjoy the view.
Pour votre sécurité, tous les bagages, objets volumineux et appareils électroniques les plus lourds doivent être rangés dans les compartiments. Les accessoires seront placés sous le siège devant vous, à l'exception des places aux issues, bien entendu.
For your safety, please stow all baggage, bulky items, and larger electronic devices in the overhead compartments. Accessories can be stored under the seat in front of you, except for the seats at emergency exits, of course.
Les issues de secours sont situées de chaque côté de la cabine, à l'avant, au centre, à l'arrière.
Emergency exits are located on each side of the cabin, at the front, in the center, and at the back.
En cas d'évacuation, laissez vos bagages à leur place, suivez les signaux et les marquages lumineux au sol jusqu'à l'issue la plus proche. Les membres de l'équipage portant un insigne rouge sont chargés de votre sécurité.
In case of evacuation, please leave all your belongings behind. Let the signs and floor lighting guide you to the nearest exit. Crew members wearing a red badge are responsible for your safety.
L'emplacement de votre gilet de sauvetage est indiqué sur une étiquette devant vous.
The location of your life jacket is clearly marked by a sign in front of you.
Passez la tête dans l'encolure. Attachez et serrez les sangles.
Place it over your head and pull the straps tightly around your waist.
Une fois à l'extérieur de l'avion, gonflez votre gilet en tirant sur la poignée rouge.
Inflate your life jacket by pulling down on the red handle. Do this only when you are outside the aircraft.
En cas de dépressurisation, un masque à oxygène tombera automatiquement devant vous.
If there is a sudden decrease in cabin pressure, your oxygen mask will automatically drop down in front of you.
Prenez votre masque, puis placez-le sur votre visage.
Take your mask and place it over your nose and mouth.
Une fois votre masque ajusté, il vous sera possible d'aider d'autres personnes.
Make sure your own mask is well adjusted before helping other passengers.
Ce vol est non-fumeur
This is a non-smoking flight.
et l'usage de la cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisé, y compris dans les toilettes.
It is forbidden to smoke electronic cigarettes, even in the toilets.
Les cigarettes électroniques doivent être conservées sur vous et leur recharge électrique est interdite.
Electronic cigarettes should be carried with you, and charging them on board is not permitted.
Vos appareils électroniques doivent être réglés en mode avion pendant toute la durée du vol, mais vous pouvez utiliser Wi-Fi et Bluetooth.
All electronic devices must be set to airplane mode for the duration of the flight, but you can continue to use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Les prises de courant ne doivent pas être utilisées durant le roulage, le décollage, l'approche et l'atterrissage, ou sur demande de l'équipage.
The electrical sockets must not be used during taxi, takeoff, approach and landing, or at the request of the crew.
En cas de fumée, de dégagement de chaleur, de chute ou de perte d'un appareil électronique, nous vous demandons de prévenir l'équipage et de ne pas manipuler votre siège.
Should you notice smoke or heat, or if you drop or lose your electronic device, we kindly ask you to call a crew member and not to move your seat.
Gardez toujours un œil sur vos appareils électroniques pendant leur chargement.
Always keep an eye on electronic devices while they are charging.
Nous allons bientôt décoller. La tablette, le port gobelet et le repose-jambes doivent être rangés et votre dossier redressé.
In preparation for takeoff, please make sure your tray table and cup holder are stored and secure, your leg rest retracted, and that your seat is in the upright position.
Nous vous invitons à consulter la notice de sécurité placée devant vous.
We invite everyone to read the safety information leaflet located in the seat back pocket.
Merci pour votre attention.
Thank you for your attention.
Au nom d'Air France, tout l'équipage vous souhaite un excellent vol.
On behalf of everyone at Air France, we wish you a very pleasant flight.
Okay, well, I just noticed I've been talking to myself for a while because I was muted. So I'm having a little issues with my rudders. I had them set reversed to what I'm used to. My sensitivity is a little bit different, and they still get locked sometimes. That's what's been happening on those last 2 landings that we did in the last 2 flights. All right, so we're ready for takeoff now. Everyone is seated. Lights are in the position you need them. Rotate.
Flight 0.
Air France 306, contact Niamey Center on 126.1. Good day.
126.1 for Air France 306. Niamey Center, Air France 306, is passing 2,000 feet, climbing 12,000 feet. Air France 306, Niamey Center, QNH, 29.85, continue as planned. Niamey Center, Air France 306, would like to change destination to Lomé. Air France 306 is cleared to Lomé Airport and filed. Clock 0624. Air France 306 cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk 0624. Air France 306 read that correct. Radar contact 3,800 feet. QNH 29.85, continue to RN 072 turning, then following heading 180, proceed on course climb, and maintain 10,000 feet. Continue to RN 072 turning and following heading 180, proceed on course climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Air France 306. Niamey Center, Air France 306. Request flight level 200. Air France 306, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 200. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 200. Air France 306. Niamey Center, Air France 306. Request flight level 240. Air France 306, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 240. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect flight level 240. Air France 306.
Turn off our landing lights. 1,000 feet. And we turn off our seatbelt lights. Retract our spoilers.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Air France 306. Niamey Center, Air France 306. Request flight level 340. Air France 306, climb and maintain flight level 180. Expect flight level 340. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Expect flight 0624.
Air France tree 06, read that correct. Radar contact flight level tree 60. Continue to November Tango turning and following heading 200, resume on navigation descent and maintain flight level tree 00.
Continue to November Tango turning and following heading 200, proceed on course descent and maintain flight level tree 00, Air France tree 06.
Okay, so I put in the my arrival. That might change, but that's why I should always go to your heading. That way it doesn't spin you completely around, because it wants me to go back to Ernest, which is not where we want to go. So I'm going to try to do this is how you do it, direct to. We need to do gas socks.
Accra Center, Air France tree 06 requests destination change to Lomé.
Air France tree 06 is cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk 0624.
Air France tree 06 cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk 0624.
Air France tree 06, read that correct.
I don't know why he keeps doing this.
Contact flight level tree 60. Continue to November Tango turning and following heading 200, resume on navigation descent and maintain flight level 240.
Continue to November Tango turning and following heading 200, resume on navigation descent and maintain
yeah,
flight
that got
level
weird.
240, Air France tree 06.
Why is the destination? Notice the destination. Everything just got kind of screwed up. Why did you do that?
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've begun descending to our destination. We're not expecting any of this, so we should have you on the ground in the next 20 minutes or
See if
so.
I can fix this.
If you could
This is
assist
something
me
weird.
with
Like,
flight ID
what is?
and any that has come around, it would be most appreciated. And make sure to fasten your seatbelt. For safety
There we
reasons,
go.
please turn off all electronic devices.
Flight plan.
Switch to airplane mode until after we've landed. Please also note
Arrival.
that the aircraft toilets will shortly be out of use.
Air France tree 06 cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk
That's why, because it keeps changing.
0624.
My destination keeps changing.
Air France tree 06, read that correct. Radar contact flight level tree 25. Turn left heading 160 descent
There
and
we
maintain
go.
flight level 260.
Turn left heading 160 descent and maintain flight level 260, Air France tree 06. Accra Center, Air France tree 06 would like to change destination to Lomé.
Air France tree 06 is cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk 0624.
Air France tree 06 cleared to Lomé Airport as filed. Squawk 0624.
Not sure the ins.
Air France tree 06,
Why it keeps wanting to change the destination,
Radar
but
contact flight level tree 05. Continue to Gaston turning and following heading 180.
Changing the
Proceed on
Lomé.
course descent and maintain flight level 250.
Continue to ASOX turning and following heading 180, resume on navigation.
Still trying to figure out why the
descent and
drone
maintain flight
camera
level
kind of
250, Air
drifts
France
and starts
306.
tilting over when we descend, or as we just move along. It happened when I did that long UPS flight from Hong Kong to Cologne, Germany, but that was also a 12-hour flight, and so I figured that drift just kind of came in. There is a drift, but now the drift it's just like this after like a few minutes, and it's really weird. Alright, we are on descent. Going pretty rapid descent too. I don't think we need to go quite a ways out. Anyway. It was telling us to enter our destination data, so we're going performance, days, Q&H, likely hasn't changed, so we'll just use this.
Air France tree 06 descended and maintain 13,000
so far out. I don't know why. I mean, 162 nautical miles out from the beginning of the really. But let me actually pull up my star chart. Here's what we're looking at, and we are going right here to gas ox. It says nothing. There's no minimum. I won't be taking that 158 degrees right there. Our final. Our charts for this airport. Approach. I have right in there ILS Yankee right now. Basically, when we get to here, oh, it's kind of weird. Oh, actually, I want like ILS. This. We have 2,000 feet once we're right here. And there is a going around, we can ascend and all that. ILS Zuluan. We're heading. It doesn't, it freaks out. Which it probably will. There to heading, everything's good. I'm wondering why the alternate for this flight is Niamey, where we took off from, and not probably Lagos or Porto Novo. I mean, there's a number of airports right here. We're going right back to the coast, the Gulf of Guinea. We have Lagos where we've been before. I'd say like Abidjan would be closer even. Definitely Lagos. I'm not sure why you couldn't do add an emergency. Just jump over Lagos. Or Cotonou, where we came from a couple of flights ago. It's just right. I mean, both of those, Lagos and Cotonou, I mean, basically just turn the plane and land there. Don't even really need to add too much extra fuel for those. Right there. And instead it wants us to just turn all the way around and go back. So we descended at 13,000. Once we get to Ligol, we need to be at 2,000. We got quite a ways to get to there. I'm thinking. Kind of back into a little more greenery. Just putting in that destination information. Temperature is at 25 degrees Celsius. Wind 310, 5 knots. And our transition altitude is, again, we can look at the chart right here, 2,600 feet. And the minimum barometer. Minimum straight-in landing, ILS. With ILS, it'd be 302, 312, because we're just doing localizer. The glide slope is out 490, so we'll do 490 as a minimum. just in case. And that's where we need to be at least stabilized on our approach. ILS frequency in 110.1. That's already there. Can't put that in. We get the VOR just in case they want us to jump to a VOR. VOR frequency would be 115.3. Course we'll be taking for that would be 223. I gotta say, people have been talking about how the graphics have been kind of downgraded, and I thought they were after a few of those sim updates. I can't really tell anymore. Of course, I'm not able to fly every day, and it's usually a few weeks in between flights. That's why I haven't been doing any live streams. I've been doing recording these. My plan is, though, as far as Flight Simulator is concerned, do these world flights as videos. That way I can release them on a schedule when I'm out or busy or whatever it is. Hopefully I'm trying to build up a bank, at least have a few in the hopper, and that way there's one coming out every week or every couple weeks until I do get more in the hopper. But probably, when I'm home, I'll try to do maybe one live stream where I'm flying. Probably in America, I'd want to do it, most likely, but could be anywhere in the world. China, maybe Europe, doing a flight, whatever it is. But those flights, probably trying to do maybe some more CRJs, doing the Bombardiers, and then most of these flights are going to end up being probably with the A320. And you know, just going forward right now, a lot of changes in my life. As far as, you know, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years we've been back to America, and things are we're still trying to figure things out. We have a baby on the way, and been trucking the last 2 years, but I know that's just not the future for at least my family. Again, it's a great stable job, but I want to be home more. You know, partly be able to do more videos like this, but also to definitely be with the wife and child. Probably the bigger reason. And kind of being confronted, realizing, you know, how much things cost here in America. You know, medical costs and car insurance, auto insurance, and cars and housing and all that stuff. Where, you know, it's a big culture shock, and it's a reverse culture shock for me, culture shock for my wife. Coming over from China, because when we were over there, we were doing, you know, we had our own school towards the end there, working, you know, 20 hours a week and making enough to, you know, have a car, have our, you know, buy an apartment, paying that, cover, you know, whatever insurance is. Now, I didn't have any medical insurance over there, so that was one thing, but she was covered in Chinese healthcare and all that, their system. And then and then also having enough money. We were able to save enough money where I was able to, you know, there was no real concern like, well, I could buy more toys to play with as far as flying or doing videos, and lots of time to do that, lots of time to bike, and the freedom for us to be able to arrange when we wanted to take a trip back to America to visit my family and visit America, do a road trip, and having the money to do that, whereas going the opposite direction, and, you know, really struggling with that idea. I know it's a first world problem. I mean, I look around, there's so many people who obviously can't relate at all to that issue, but that's where I'm at. It's like I'm realizing that it's like, well, a lot of people, especially in America, we're you know, and in China as well, it's, you know, paycheck to paycheck, and that's such a kind of just a smack in the face for us, where we haven't been like that when we were living in China. And so, you know, we'll see going forward how, like, whatever job I get, if I have more time to do videos, if I can even afford to do videos anymore, have a computer and that kind of stuff. You know, so things might be coming along down the pipeline, but my goal is to keep making videos, and I have some other plans that I would like to if I have more time. If you want to see more videos, if you have the ability to do so, be very much appreciated to become a Patreon supporter. I believe at the levels right now are $3 is the lowest level, and then $6 for a little bit higher level, and that's for every month. And if I can get, you know, 10 patrons at at $3 a month, that helps pay for Adobe Illustrator, you know, the Adobe Creative Suite, and I can continue making videos. But that's totally up to you guys. I know how it is. Beyond the little hard to support them. But if you really like this stuff and you have the ability to support me as a creator, head on over to the Patreon page and you know, become a member. Not a ton of perks other than, you know, you're helping out. And obviously, if I get more, you know, the more patrons, the more you guys support. This could be a full-time gig, or at the very least, a good side income. Get over here where you can probably hear me better. I'm sitting there behind the engines. Look at those beautiful clouds. Let's get inside. What is going on here? We're still 72 miles out, and we're already down 12,000 feet. That's why it's taking us so long. I think we could have easily, if we had stayed up at a higher altitude, but they wanted us to come down, and now, even though we're going Our speed is just a lot lower at this lower altitude. Sometimes ATC gets a little excited bringing us in. Other times they'll have us do a nosedive at the last second, so. Hopefully we'll be done in the next half hour. A little hiccup there. Haven't had one of those in a few of these flights. I think. Yeah, at least the last couple. I know there was one. I think the one that came out on flight, I believe flight 54. That was the one where we had a lot of hiccups and stuff. As I'm recording that, that's the last one that you guys have seen. But by the time this video comes out, this is flight 56. No, 57. Double check. Yeah, we're on leg 57. You guys will have seen flight 55 and flight 56 was Chad to Niger. Now we're going Niger to Lomé, Togo. Another one of these little countries. The Gulf of Guinea. Next flight. Give a little preview where we're going next as we're on our descent. We're going to be flying. Actually, yeah, next flight's going to be I want to say probably at least a 4-hour flight. I'm thinking flying up to Morocco, Casablanca. Royal Air Maroc again. Unfortunately, not in the Boeing 737-800, but we'll be doing in the A320 again. And maybe I will be able to record that this weekend as well, and hopefully get that edited and uploaded and ready for you guys then. Because the next time I'm home, I'm planning on being home, will be October 16th will be that weekend when my birthday, and we have I think we have another ultrasound for my wife. More bills come in from the hospital.
Air France 306, contact Accra Center on 123.1. Good day.
123.1 Air France 306. Center, Air France 306, 12,000 feet.
Air France 306, Accra Center, QNH 29.95, continue the gate ox as planned.
See, this is sometimes where you gotta do your own planning, but ATC want us to get down to this level. That's where we are. We're just kind of cruising. That's kind of the worst part about it, is that it's like most of the flight we're actually at a low level here. We're getting close. Just passing over the city of Atakpame. We're off to our off over this direction. Can't really see anything with all the clouds. So our next flight up to Morocco, Casablanca, and then from Casablanca we're going to be going down to, what country is that? I don't have it all right in front of me exactly what it is. Going to November Kilo Charlie. Not exactly sure what airport that is. Oh, Conakry probably. Conakry, and that's going to be, country is that? Conakry, that's the country of Guinea. We're on the Gulf of Guinea. We're going to be Conakry, which I don't think is technically on the Gulf of Guinea because it's actually just on the Atlantic Ocean at that point. And what's really interesting is that Canarsie, I think we could go from Canarsie over to Brazil, and that would be almost the same length flight. That'd actually probably be a shorter flight from Canarsie to the Rio Grande do Norte. If there was an airport over there, I'm not sure, but there's probably a flight that we could do from right there, Canarsie, to Brazil, crossing the Atlantic. That's actually closer than Casablanca to Canarsie. That just goes to show you how close, actually South America and Africa get at a certain point. You don't really think about that, but they are. We're not gonna jump over from Africa over to South America. We're gonna go Africa up into Europe and the Middle East, and then we'll cross over probably. We're trying to think how we're gonna get over to the North America, the Americas. We'll probably bounce up to Iceland, maybe land in Greenland, then over to Canada. We could always do just a transatlantic flight too. There's nothing saying we can't. Definitely that flight between Guinea, a flight from like Guinea or the Ivory Coast over to Brazil would be cool too. But so going on about that, and then basically I think once we, that's where we're going to be going. I think we have a few flights. I think we still have to get to Burkina Faso and Mali, which are over here, kind of where we are right now. But once we knock those off, basically we're going to be kind of really on the west coast of Africa, on that kind of that northwest part, and then we'll be going across the southern part of the Mediterranean Sea, and Libya, Tunisia, Egypt. I'm not sure if I have a flight going back to Egypt again, but we might. Too early on the descent, and now here we're just kind of at 12,000 feet for too much of this flight. Even though I'm getting a reading that we're at 9 minutes remaining, it looks like. Getting there. Problem is because we're on the approach or on the descent, the toilets are inaccessible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We're getting a little bit of hiccups with the frame rate again. Well, I want to say the latest update. Had a couple updates lately in this past month. I think one was a world update, but there might have been another sim update. Alright, I step away. Shouldn't step away out of the cockpit when or just about on the final getting arrival. 5,000 feet, we'll be able to get down there just fine. Of course, I've been complaining about being too high or too low for so long, and now we're probably gonna be too high getting in here. Just. As we're getting close to 10,000 feet, the plane is automatically slowing down to 250 knots. That is a really cool feature. As we make this turn.
Air France 306, you are 29 miles north. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect VORD on the runway 22 approach via legal transition.
Maintain 2,000 feet. Expect VORD Niamey runway 22 approach via legal transition. Cleared to legal. Air France 306.
See if I can get the ILS. Do an ILS Zulu.
Air France 306 would like ILS Zulu runway 22 approach legal.
Now sometimes they don't have the ILS on, that's why they are going to do the VOR. But I'm just going to have the ILS that way. I mean, I've already got it set. Really focusing on trying to get our altitude. On our landing lights.
Air France 306, you are 25 miles north of Lomé. Contact Lomé Tower on 120.7 when inbound.
We'll use the spoiler to kind of slow us down
Air
here.
France 306. Lomé Tower, Air France 306.
I usually don't have any problem coming in with the VOR, but yeah, see, they had us cruising there at 12,000 for so long, and now it's a rush to get down to 2,000.
Cleared ILS to the runway 22 approach.
Cleared ILS, Zulu runway 22 approach.
You can see the Gulf in front of us, Gulf of Guinea, off, probably just over there is Lagos. To our right will be Accra. Cotonou would be over there too, so the country of Benin. We get descend before we do all the going down, but get too high. We had one of these where we landed. Was it Lago? Was it? I'm trying to think what where it was where we had that. Might have been Accra runway, like right near the coast. It was all fogged in, and we couldn't see anything both directions we were coming. Quite a while ago now. So let's get down. Probably going to need to do a right here. We're just going to go and turn to heading 4-3, get in the holding pattern, then come back to 223 onto this path. Because we're a little too high. Need to be about 2,000 feet right here. Catch the glide slope. Well, we need to be at 2,000 feet right here, which we should be able to, but actually, yeah. We're probably fine. We don't need to have to transition. We can get down another 4,000 feet here. Technically, it could go by the VOR. It is in there. Use the rows right there. Fast. We want to be careful when we're deploying our flaps with the spoilers also engaged. Coming a little fast. A little too high for the glide slope. We're a little too fast. So I was complaining about that 12,000 feet, and then I stepped away and probably missed when we should have got in, but I think we'll be able to. Really pushing the flaps. We got them in full. And we still got everything going.
2,500.
We're just not coming down here either. There we go, now we got the glide slope.
Clear to land runway 22.
Clear to land runway 22 Air France 306.
Here we have our cabin check. Arm our spoilers.
Please prepare for landing.
Landing gear down.
Cabin crew seats for landing, please.
I think you can see the airport right from us. There's the runway. And we can now arm the spoilers. Came in nice and hot there. Ooh, we have the glide slope.
Above. 500. Minimum 400. 300. 400. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
That was a pretty good landing. We'll see. I mean, you guys got to see the landing rate. I haven't seen that yet.
Air France 306, contact ground on 120.7.
120.7 for Air France 306.
Until you are in the terminal building. Thank you.
Contact the ground. Taxi parking. And we got nothing, so we can find our own spot, it looks like. Got a few options. We'll go over here, we got a marshal. Yeah, there we go, 179 feet per minute. Nice landing. So came in with the ILS, but I did turn it off at 500 feet and brought that in myself. Worked out nicely. That's a great landing after having a couple of hard ones and then skidding all over the runway because the rudders didn't want to respond. Really happy with that. Nice landing. A little bit fast though on the taxi. This plane will kind of just move, you know. We lost one of her wands. Hard to see, you know. Alright, parking brake is set. Alright, let's turn off the AC. Our weather. Pick the wind shear, transponder, nose light landing, all lights. Probe to auto. And our APU master. This is what we always forget. I always forget this. Or not always, but forgot to do that when we were coming. We do have external power though, so put that on. There's... As we have external power, we can actually start and spool down our engines. Go 1 down. Get our little pause here. 112 minutes, or 112, 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 42 seconds, exactly what Microsoft Flight Simulator and the computer told us it would be. Cooling down. We actually don't need the beacon light. Turn off the seatbelt lights. Get up and start getting their bags.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open doors. Thank you.
Alright, let's open the door.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
Alright, let's check out our flight. Country unlocked. We visited Togo for the first time. Yep. Let's review our flight. And there you can see it. See the green as we come up. We got a long 12,000 and kind of a really quick get down, but we got down. Nice landing, 178 feet per minute at 124 knots. Hour 12 flight time, an hour 24 for the whole flight. 173 passengers. Fuel burn 3,500. Distance 457 nautical miles. All right, let's look at our map for our world map, and you can see we just have to take not Benin right there, but Togo. There it is. So our next flight will be up to Morocco. We're also going to fly to Western Sahara, where there is a disputed area, but we're going to be Morocco, taking that off next. All right, let's get all these passengers off. Check our flight report. B-, nice landing. Improvement, still negative 39. I don't know why. This was a good flight. You did not handle interactions well with the crew. That's weird. Your landing was good. Passengers remained comfortable, and you safe control of the aircraft by touching down positively. Good job. Overall, your passengers did not enjoy the flight. There are a lot of improvements to be made, so I'm not sure about that at all. We got off the blocks slightly earlier than our departure, and we arrived about 20 minutes early, it looks like. Okay, that's what it was. We scared the passengers. That's right. We were on the grass a little bit. They get a little bit annoyed with this, the lights sometimes. And we landed while the cabin crew was still walking around. I don't think I told the cabin crew we see it. All right. Well, thanks for coming along on this flight. Next time, like I said, we're going to be flying up to Casablanca on Royal Air Maroc. So until then, please comment below. The more comments we get, the more views the video gets. Like the video, share it with your friends, and remember to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Until next time, keep the blue side up. Happy flying. Take care.